flaming marshmallow. Probably didn't learn diddly squat today, but maybe you got a good laugh out of it, so. Hey guys, this is Daniel from the Arms Family Homestead. So this video is a response video to a video put out by Dutch over at Keeping It Dutch. You know, he thinks he's smart. I guess since he's a Marine, he thinks he's better than just us normal old country guys with all this survival stuff. Well, I've got a thing or two that I might be able to teach old Dutch. Now, Dutch did a video on how to start a fire without matches or a lighter. And if he's any kind of survivalist, why wouldn't he have some sort of matches or lighter? You know, I keep lots of things around in case of an emergency. Yeah, you're not always going to have everything and all the comforts of home. But you know what? I do my best to carry a few things on me all the time, just to make sure I've always got the ability to start a fire. Because if I don't have a fire, my house might not stay warm with that wood burning stove. So first thing, common sense says carry one of these. You know, this one's not going to work the best out in the wind, but I can get it to light if I need to. You know, and those things run out of fuel pretty fast. You're not going to have that forever. Second thing, any good self-respecting redneck country boy should have around the house: a propane torch. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to see the flame, but you can hear it. So you should have one of these laying around. I mean, if that won't start a fire, nothing will. It puts out some heat. So you might run out of fuel. You may use all that up. Another thing I keep around the house, just because, you know, in case of emergencies, this is like a last resort. Check this out. A Fusee emergency flare. It's like, look at that. You know, just in case. I mean, that thing, that burns hot right there. That sucker there's putting out some heat. And that'll burn for a long time. You can start all kinds of fires. Not real easy to put out though. So that's a few examples of a few things I keep around the house all the time to start a fire. Now, I guess old Dutch, he's thinking survival situation and he gonna be out in the woods lost. So I've got a few tricks up my sleeve on how I start a fire in that sort of situation. But hey, who doesn't, you know, all these videos about everyday carry? Shouldn't you carry a lighter? Shouldn't you carry one of these? I mean, heck, it fits in my back pocket just fine, guys. Everyday carry right there. In the flare, the Fusee, oh, that's easy. I'll get a fresh Fusee and show you where I carry one of those. So here's where I carry my spare Fusees all the time for my EDC, everyday carry. Put it right there in your boot. Put that thing in your boot. Watch. Slide it down in there. That's concealed carry Fusee. So if you don't have the ability to start a fire on you all the time, what kind of survivalist are you? Carry your lighter in your front pocket, your propane torch in your back pocket, and your Fusee in your boot. There you go. So since the rules of this video challenge are to start a fire without using matches or a lighter, let's explore some options without using all the conventional stuff. So here's option number one. It involves one of these. Now, this way of starting a fire is going to depend on your location and the season of the year. It's not going to work very well right now in Oklahoma because it's cold outside. But you come back to Oklahoma in about July, you can start a fire in no time with this option. So all it takes is one simple ingredient. Just go out in your yard and pick up some of these oak leaves, okay? Now, don't try this with magnolia flowers or use oak leaves. Oak leaves work best, trust me. Now, this is going to work best on a hot, sunny day in Oklahoma, okay? Maybe Texas. I think they get pretty hot, too. You get up in Kansas, this ain't going to work, okay? So it's going to have to be really hot outside. You just take your leaves, you just make a little tinder pile, okay? Crunch them up on your hood, like that right there, and you wait about 30 minutes. In Oklahoma, you'll have a fire right there. You just keep that little tinder pile nice and tight, and stay close, because it's going to start smoking in no time. But you try this in about July, August in Oklahoma, you can cook an egg on the hood of that pickup truck right there. I better get these off of here just in case it warms up today. Now, I will say this. Let me zoom out. Woo, y'all are up close. I will say this. The preferred way of starting a fire like this is to do it on someone else's hood. I mean, you can do it on your own hood if you got a black vehicle, but I would try it on somebody else's hood the first time so you know how much paint damage there's going to be. But if it's an emergency, you can use your own car hood. So for option number 2, as you can see, I'm down here on the creek. Now, you're going to have to be kind of lucky, because this won't work for everybody, because you're going to have to live in the right area that has the right kind of rocks. See, they say that you can take 2 pieces of flint and bang them together and make sparks. Fortunately, this whole creek is nothing but flint. I mean, nothing. That's all flint rocks. So if anybody wants to buy some flint, I'll send it to you, okay? So here's what you do. You just come out here and you just pick up 2 rocks. I mean, when you live on the Flint Creek. Here's what they say you have to do. You kind of got to warm it up a little bit, okay? And if you just come out here and bang on them, look, some of them rocks will break, okay? So you got to warm it up a little bit, you know, just like this. You're just gonna rub those rocks together. I can already smell it. It smells like fire. You just rub them, okay? Once you get them warmed up, then all you do is just broke another one. Let's try a little different rock. Okay, so we got 2 thick pieces of flint here. Rub them together, rub them together, rub them together. Okay, this one's gonna work. Did you see those sparks? I saw it. Did you see it? Sparks everywhere. Flint, just bang those pieces of flint together. Now you're gonna have to have you some dry leaves or grass or something to catch your sparks, because the rocks aren't gonna burn, okay? Now this way works, but it sure takes a lot of rubbing and banging and flint scratching, and you're gonna cut your hand. It's not even worth it. So I got a better option. Let me go show that to you. Would you be quiet? I'm trying to talk. Disrespectful roosters. Okay, for option number 3 on how to start a fire without matches or a lighter. This one's my personal favorite. It's an old family secret. Now, you're gonna have to be very careful, because this is really dangerous. And you probably don't want your kids trying this, because you may end up with a wildfire. But it only takes 2 ingredients. 2 things that if you got kids, you probably got these laying around, okay? First one, package of marshmallows, okay? And the second one, now I'm gonna back up. You need a long stick, a really long stick. The longer the stick is, the better, okay? And I'll tell you why in a minute, but you're gonna want a long stick. Heck, if you live somewhere where you got hills or mountains, it'd probably be best to go get up on top of a hill. I thought about getting up on top of my barn to do this, but I don't really want to fall off my barn right now. And I think this will work on the ground, but the higher elevation you are, the faster this is going to work. So all you got to do is just take your stick, sharpen the end of it with your knife. This one, I found this stick, it's got 2 forks on it, so that'll double our odds of this working. And you're going to want to put as many marshmallows on there as you can, because the more marshmallows you got on there, the better fire you're going to have. So I'm just going to start threading these marshmallows on there like this. Threading them marshmallows. I think I'll probably go with 3 on both forks. 6 marshmallows should make a pretty good fire. Now the one trick here, it won't work with just any old marshmallow. One trick is you got to take you a black magic marker and put a black dot on the end of that marshmallow, okay? Because that's kind of like an aiming point, okay? So when you thread that on there, see there? See that black dot on the end of my marshmallow? That one's not in the center, but it's still got a black dot on it, okay? Now all you got to do, I'm going to back up so you guys can see this, is you're going to harness the power of the sun. It's kind of like a solar oven or solar panels or a solar calculator, I don't know. You're going to use the power of the sun, okay? So you're just going to take that stick and point it as far up, point it at the sun as best you can, okay? So you might want to wear some sunglasses, because that sun's kind of bright and you don't want to hurt your eyes. I mean, who hurts their eyes looking at the sun? It's kind of like getting shot in the eye with a Nerf dart. You know, that stuff don't happen. But you should probably wear some sunglasses. So you're gonna, again, this is probably gonna work better on a sunny day. Kind of like the hood of your pickup. It's gonna work better on a hot sunny day. And this is why I say the longer the stick, the better, so you can get closer to your heat source, okay? So it's gonna look something like this. Let me zoom in and I'll show you guys. So, in case you were wondering, that's the sun right there. Big old sun, it's bright. Don't look straight at it though, that's bad for your eyes. Okay, and then you're gonna take your long stick and you're just gonna point that thing up there at the sun. You see that? You see how it's kind of like an eclipse, kind of like a lunar eclipse. You're just gonna hold that thing up there, pointing it at the sun. Now the higher you can get, the faster this will work. Okay, you just got to point it at the sun for a long time. Got to keep it lined up. Now it won't work if it's not lined up with the sun. Just point that thing up there and hold it there. Now you got a really long stick, it's going to be hard to hold it still, but it'll be much faster if you do. I think it's starting to work, guys. I saw some smoke. Anybody else see that smoke? Let's check it out. We'll zoom out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, guys. I know y'all don't believe me, but can you hear it? Them marshmallows are on fire. So my marshmallows are flaming good and hot right now. I'm gonna go start my fire. Ooh, look at it go, look at it go. Better get my stick out of there. So y'all may not believe me, but the old marshmallow trick works great. One word of caution though, if you're gonna let your kids try this technique, you gotta watch them. Because if they get out there running around the woods and they got this long stick and they get to swinging that sucker around like this, well, you don't know where that marshmallow is gonna go. Heck, they might fling that thing off in the woods and walk off and leave it. Next thing you know, you got a forest fire. Get yourself some black dot marshmallows. Put them on that long stick, point it up there to the sun. You might want to do this on your day off because it's going to take probably about 3 hours. But if you can get that marshmallow still and point it at the sun, I'm going to say 3 hours is probably a good estimate. That marshmallow starts smoking and it'll come on fire, it'll light on fire. Then you stick it out in the leaves. Hey, the proof's in the pudding. Works great here, guys. Now you may have to shop around to find them black dot marshmallows. If you go to my Amazon shop, click on any of the links below to Amazon. Now they're affiliate links. I'll see if I can find them black dot marshmallows and put them on there. But hey, if you can't find the black dot marshmallows, don't worry about it. If the link's not there for the black dot marshmallows, don't worry about it. Just buy something else. Anything you buy through that Amazon link, I'll make a few pennies off of. And I ain't looking to get rich, so if I make a few pennies off an Amazon link, hey, that's money in the bank. Alright guys, like I said, this is a follow-up video to Keeping It Dutch. Used to be Homesteading with Dutch, but he's wanting you to try to start a fire with no matches or a lighter. So if you haven't seen his video, go check it out. And I'm sure there's several other people on his playlist that have done this by now. I'm a little late getting my video up, but hey, just got to work around my schedule and wait on these beautiful days when it's safe to start a fire outside and there's no danger of starting a wildfire. No wildfires here. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry if you can't hear me and my voice is all cracking. I apologize for that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Probably didn't learn diddly squat today, but maybe you got a good laugh out of it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video, guys.